Hello everybody, welcome fellow colorists to the channel JI Colorist. My name is Jody and in front of you here we have 11 books that are all small sized. So we are continuing on in this video my collection series where we are looking through all the books that I own and the pages that I have colored. I have about 110 coloring books in my collection, so it is not a huge collection, but it is one that is special to me and I want to share with you. So with that, I will today's collection, there are 11 books here. I did have 10, but then I found this one and I thought I better include it as well. So let's get started. I will not be doing a full flip through of everything to show you all of the books. I'm sure that there are plenty of flips out there. If there is a certain book you have questions about though, please leave them in the comments below. We're going to start with my smallest book. It is by Amanda Kastner, and I was introduced to this book by Pixie's Projects, so shout out to Pixie. And this is called Small Adventures, and it is such a cute book. It had 18 pages left when I started to keep track. I bought it off of Amazon in October of 2022, and these are the pages I've done. And in this book I have been using washi tape to have a border, so that's something that I don't always do. And I've also been trying out different pencils. So these ones I used the Brunswick design pencils with Gamsol. And then here's another one. And it's all adventures of this tiny little girl. And I use Progresso woodless pencils with some gelatos for the background. It's clean color. Here's another one, and this is a crayon of some kind, a Neocolor 1, and then some ink for the sky. And this time I left the crayon grainy for some of it, and I did Gamsol on some of the other parts. And I used a different color washi tape for this one. And then there's this guy here. This one I used Holbein Design Tone and Polychromos on the rock. And then this one says here February 2024 Spectrum Noir brush pens and mechanical colored pencils. So those would be my 4 candies for the mechanical colored pencils. And in this time I took a bunch of different washi tapes and kind of extended the picture by adding different washi tapes on the outsides. So I've got green down here for the grass. I've got sky color, flower tree color. Yeah, just something a little bit different. And it kind of looks like I've been doing this book in order, but I haven't. It's just worked out that way. And so this one is Lyra Polycolor and some Pitt pens. So I've been trying to use all the different colors. I do like the way that turned out, the butterfly, and then I used butterfly washi tape. And then this one I did in December, and it is the same illustrator but a different, it kind of looks like a different girl, but also a totally different illustration style. And there are a couple of different ones in this book, so you'll notice the thick bold lines here and this particular girl, and then it switches to really thin lines and landscape. So I'm not really sure. Then this one is kind of medium lines, and I did that December. And then we've got again medium lines, and then so very different styles in the same book, and they were all it's called Small Adventures by Amanda Kastner. So I have 17 pages left in this book if I have counted correctly. I don't know if I've been crossing them off, So we'll you may see this book again in the future. The next book here is a Spanish version, and I got it off of Book Depository, I believe, a long time ago before they closed. Sad to see that place gone, but this is by John Bigwood, and it is A Million Christmas Cats, and I have done a couple of pages in it. It's got really fun, cute colors. Has some black back. It has some black background pictures as well as some wallpaper. So fun colors. I've done this picture here, and I drew on the extra. I did the background, and I also drew on with extra streamers, because there was just a couple of streamers up at the top, and I drew some extra ones and then some confetti, and I really like, and then I've got glitter on the background as well. So I like how that one turned out. I've got a piece of paper here that I plan on putting in the book, obviously. And then we have this one here. Some stickles. And a few holiday stamps to just add a little bit of background to kind of match what was going on here. And then I've got this page here, and we've got stickles in the sky and the snow, and on the snow here. So yeah, liked this double page spread, lots of fun, lots of shine, and that's it. So I haven't done too many in there, so this is a good option for Christmas in July, and also just winter coloring itself. So that is John Bigwood's A Million Christmas Cats, and this is the Spanish version. This book here is quite old. Just turn that off for a minute. This is a posh coloring book. It's Mandelas for Meditation by Teresa Robert Logan. And this book, I started the book back December 2016. So this is when I first just started coloring. I didn't know anything about quality of paper and pencils or anything like that. And so you're seeing my very first early coloring stages, where I didn't know anything about color theory. It did bleed through, and so it is a double-sided book, and sometimes I cared and sometimes I didn't. So like in this case I didn't. So 2017. I took this with me fishing at Blood Indian. It says September 2020, so that was during COVID, and this was a day that my husband and I went fishing, and I might put on screen a picture from that time. So really not great coloring, but great memories. 2017. There is a lot of mandalas, so if I decided to forego this page, I didn't really care, because there's so many in this book, and I'm actually not a fan of mandalas, so I was fine sacrificing. So I did gel pens in 2018, a little bit shiny there. And I was trying out a Pentel multicolor pencil, and I still have that. And it's a pencil that has 8 different colors of 8 different pencils in the same pen. So similar to this, only with colored pencil lead. And I have that in my travel bag, and I use it quite frequently when I'm traveling. So this is 2022. And I was testing out Color It gel pens and markers. And 2020. And then this is from the beginning of the book, and I just removed it. Everything in here is perforated, so I removed it so that I could slip it behind and be my blotter page. So I think there's just a few. Oh, I do like this one. Progresso Woodless color pencils. I guess I did more in this book than I thought, so that's kind of fun. Progresso and Sparkle Pop. And this one I actually did upside down. So this is from 2017. That might be it. So I guess I did do more in this book than I thought. It's a posh coloring book, Mandelas for meditation and relaxation. The next 3 books that we have here are the Traveling Tales books that were sent to me for review. And these are my only cute, cozy, bold and easy coloring books. I have not jumped on that trend. I do not have any other books, so I thought I would include these here. I will actually do them in order. They came out North America first, so we'll do that one first. And I'll just show you the pages that I have completed. And I've been doing these, like, they're very, very simple. Like just minimal line work, and so I was trying a little bit of markers are not my forte, so I was trying a little bit of marker, and then I was also working on some background. So I'm quite happy with this one. This was a wolf, and I did a buddy color with Sherry Denowitz at this time, so I like this one. I added the whole background, the moon, tempera paints for the background. And this is a Stationery Pal, the Mars post-it note sticker. So there's that. And then I also did this as a body color with Sherry, and this is my Canadian alligator in the Olympics, and he is doing kayaking. So I thought that was kind of fun. And then he's just chillaxing in the pond here. And I have this one here, quite pleased with how this was. I was doing some collage. This is the Bible highlighters for the background, and this is textured handmade paper that I purchased a couple of years ago that I'm finally getting to use, and then both marker and then some shading. And I think that's it for this. Oh no, we have a, this I think is the last one. This is February. So I drew the basketball here, and I used some tempera paint just to do the background, and a fine liner. And yeah, so just the images are so simple that I find I need to be creative and think of how to place a background on the pages, and so that's how I'm using the books. So that was Traveling Tales North America. The next one came out was Europe, and I did this one. You can see in each book is focused on the animals that you find in that continent or country, and we've got this one. So I did the 2 little hedgehog pages. I do like hedgehogs, and those are Traveling Tales Europe, and I do have flipped throughs of these books on my channel because they were sent to me for review. This is Traveling Tales Australia, and I have been to Australia, so I was quite excited to get this book. So really pleased with what I did with this page. So on this page, all that was here was the kangaroo and the sign, and I added the background, and it is a little bit shiny, and that is tempera paint and a sticker. And I think that's the only one I've done in this book as well. Yeah, lots of cute images, very very basic, but fun if you're wanting to test your skills. You do get a QR code to scan to get more detailed pages. So if you're into the cute and cozy, but you want a little bit more on your page, they do offer a digital 30-page download when you buy the book. Okay, the rest of this is going to be my Rita Berman collection, because those are the only other books that I have that are kind of small size. So we'll start off with the Walk Through Africa, which is one of her latest books. And this is an untouched book for me. This is a recent purchase in 2025, so that will be a quick flip because I do not have any completed pages in it. If you would like to be somebody that helps me jump into this book, leave a comment below and we can set up a buddy color. The next one here is Rita Berman's compilations of her 4 Seasons book. I am a big fan of compilation books. I don't need to own every single book in a collection, but I do like to own the compilation books because then I feel like I've gotten a good selection of her books. So I'm going to flip from the back and we're going to look at the pages I've done. A lot of these will have been buddy colors. So I want to thank everybody who has buddied with me. And I've also used quite a few palettes. So this is AC Palette Challenge, and I used Blick Studio pencils, and it was palette 205, and this is from 2023. I've got a little bit of bleed through here, so let's see what's on this page. Yes. This is October 2024, where we were doing how many pumpkins, and there was a challenge to do some pink pumpkins. So I did a few pink pumpkins, and I really had fun doing this page. Okay, this is a double page spread, and I remember this was from June, I believe last year, and it was a buddy color with my friend Cindy Visser. And I had been previously pronouncing her name incorrectly, so I hope she accepts my apologies for that. But Cindy is here in the next province over to me, so really happy to have a fellow Canadian as my kind of my go-to buddy color person. This is got a glitter in the background, and I believe it's Mod Podge Extreme Glitter. Been one of the first times I used it. This is back in April of 2023. So I've had this book for quite a while. It's one of the ones that were out for quite a while. Rita Berman books are quite difficult to actually get here in Canada. They don't often come. They're never in store like at Indigo or anything like that. So you do have to get them online, like most of the good quality coloring books. So that is also why I get a compilation book, is because it's hard to get all the individual books. At that time, I was not, back in my early days, I wasn't ordering from like Amazon Japan and stuff like that. And that's it for the pages from the compilation Seasons book. We'll also get this one quickly out of the way. This is a recent purchase I just got in June of 2025. It is the English version, revised version for North America, based on this book. So I do have quite a few pages done on this book, so we will take a look at that. But this book is untouched. It's the same pictures, only bigger and in English. So quite a bit larger. This is a 9x9 size book, and this is 8x8, so it's an inch wider and inch larger. So again, untouched book, so we'll just put that aside. This is the Water Under the Microscope book. That's how I call it, and I love this book. This was one of my favorite Rita Berman books, and probably one that I have colored in the most. So let's take a look at the pictures. And I actually misplaced this book for a few months, and I was quite panicked. So I'll show you the page that I was having scanned by someone so that I could hang the picture up in my office. This page here is the Blowfish, and I have some blue metallic paint on all the dots, so it's kind of fun. I have this tissue here just because this is, and it probably doesn't need it anymore, but this is a pastel background. This is a page that I had actually It's one of my favorite pages, and I'm looking forward to actually trying it again in the newer size. But I love this page, and it's a double page spread, or at least I made it into one, and I wanted to have it scanned so I could put it on my wall, and I actually do have it hanging up in my room. But I had given this to someone to scan and forgotten that I had given it to them, so I was panicked for a couple of months looking for this book, and then I mentioned it to somebody and they're like, "Oh, I have your book," and I'm like, oh. So it was such a relief to get the book back. And then there is this, and I made this into a double page spread as well, and all of these are actually the liquid pearls, and they are raised and they're shiny, and they're a lot of fun. And then this one right here is an actual half pearl, and you can see that it's raised. So when I do color in this book, I do need to put a bunch of paper in between to kind of cushion this, but yeah, so it's really fun. But I love how this page turned out with the pearls raised off the page. And I think that's it for this book. And those are my pages from Water Under the Microscope. Okay, this is my last book for the video, and this is the Microscope on the Land. So she has a water book and a land book. This is the land book. I started with the first page, and I used glossy accents over it, and there is a little bit of bleed through because I did have a few issues with the glossy accent, but I tried to make it look like a magnifying glass. So there is that. And then I used some Bambino crayons for this and a little bit of gel pen. And I did this in February of 2022. So again, this is an older book. Love this double page spread here. I used some pearlescent paint there. You got glossy accents on eyes. And the greenery is a Spectrum Noir Sparkle Brush Pen in the color, I believe, Sage. And so there's a little bit of sparkle when you move it. Quite happy with how this turned out. Then this is the daytime version of this page. So it's the same page, only this is supposed to be like evening, and then this is daytime. So I'll have to see how that works. I haven't done that page yet. This is a sunflower page. I love the sunflowers. I love all my little bees and the wings that are a little bit iridescent. A page for Easter in February 2022. And here is my gold around here. I do love the colors on this. And then I added additional stamped on images of butterflies so that there was a few more on the page. And this is done in February 2022. And then we have just a fun background. There was the stamps showed up ghosted, some of the, so I kind of needed to get your eye away from the ghosting of the ink. So I did a polka dot background with a bunch of other stamps and a stencil, and I just rubbed on ink. And I think that took your mind away from it, or your eye away from it. This is a buddy color, again, with Cindy. And I love how it turned out. This is a page, I'm pretty sure I did a video on this page and about how I do the iridescent wings. Really love how this page turned out. This page I treated with Daniel Smith watercolor ground because I can see some of it, and then I used Neo Color 2 on this page and a bunch of water soluble items. I love kind of the glow effect that I achieved, and happy with how this little snail with the house on him turned out. Again, another buddy color with Cindy. I like these. And there might be a video on this. I'm not sure. And here is a December page. Now this is quite textured, and it has the Recollections glitter paste on it. And that stuff stays quite textured on your page. It's no longer sticky, which is great. So I put it on top of ink that had been rubbed on. But you can see. So I don't have that paste anymore. It dried up, got used up and dried up. So it's gone. And I haven't replaced it. I do like how this turned out. This is the bear page. And I've got some Winsor Newton iridescent medium on some of the facets of the mountains. And I tried to do a little bit of northern lights in the sky. And some gel pen down here. So I do lots of pencil on the bear. So this whole page was done in pencil. Love that. And I think this may be the last page, and it is. So this is a page done again in pencil. Looks like maybe some ink or pastel for the background. But otherwise, and it looks to me like we've got a little bit of glaze on the eyes. And I do love myself some giraffe. So that is all the pages done in my Rita Berman books, as well as my other small books in my collection. I hope you had fun, and this was just a relaxing video for you today. Thank you for joining me and watching these series videos. If there is a book that you see on my channel that you would love to buddy color with me, again, reach out at jicolorist@gmail.com or find me on Instagram at jicolorist. I hope you have a colorful and creative day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.